The next tool that we have is the Content Aware Move tool. This will allow you to move things within your scene. It works a little bit like when you're using the patch tool and you want to change the destination, but it also does some other things. So let's take a look at it. It's going to be the 7th tool set down on your tools bar with the shortcut key J for Content Aware Move tool. And you can see that we have some options at the top. We can do our normal selection options. We can change the mode from move to extend. We'll go ahead and put it on move. We can change the structure, and you'll see these constant with the patch tools and other tools, and it's basically saying how much are we preserving the image and how much are we preserving the colors. And then do we want to sample all layers, and do we want to transform on drop? We'll just leave all these selected for now, and we're going to use it the same way that we use the patch tool. We're going to go ahead and make a selection around what we want to move. So we'll go ahead and select this guy here. Now this has a little bit of blurring and focusing going on with the camera, so this isn't going to be perfect. And no one tool in Photoshop ever is going to be perfect. You're going to have to use these tools and then use fine detail and edit them and take your time and make them look really nice. I'm going through these tools pretty quickly so that I can show you all of them, but you'll want to take your time and find the best way to use these for whatever project you're working on, but hopefully this gives you some ideas. Once I have him selected, we have it set to move at the top. And say we don't like where he is in this image. We're like, oh man, it's dead center. I wish he was offset a little bit. So we can click and drag him over a little, and we're going to let go. And then it's going to give us some options to transform so we can rotate and scale if we need to. But we'll just go ahead and hit the enter key. And then what's going to happen is that it's going to move him and try to fill in the information around him. Now, it looks great where he is. However, we do see some blurring of pixels because Photoshop is trying to figure out what to put in place of where he was. There was nothing here before, and so it looked around and did a little bit of this blurring effect that we're getting from this photograph being out of focus. But again, you might want to use another tool like the patch tool. You could come in here and patch a piece of sand and drop that over there, and then you would never know the difference. But very easily, we're able to move things around inside of Photoshop with the Content Aware Move tool. This works really good when you're doing beauty retouching and you want to, move some pieces of the figure around, or maybe the mole is on the face at one point and you just want to adjust that. You could do that with a tool like this. The other thing that you can do is that you can extend it, and extend it is basically making a duplicate copy, just like we would do with the patch tool. So if I click and I move him over here, and let's say we want to make a smaller turtle, and we'll just have him rotated a little bit. Looks like he's walking upward a little more. And then we hit the enter button. It'll go ahead and drop him in and try to fill in the information around him. Again, we're dealing with a picture here that's a little out of focus, so this might be a harder example to show you on. But you get the idea, is that these content aware tools are basically looking at the surroundings and trying to fill that in, and that doesn't look too bad. We'd want to go through and fix this up, make a better selection to begin with, and do some other things. I would probably work on separate layers here just so that I can edit the background and the sand and what have you. But hopefully that gives you an idea of how that tool works so that you can make duplicates or move objects within your scene.